Do you guys ever remember that game that we used to play in school as a young kid where you'd sit around in a circle, right, and one person at one end would start say a sentence and then would go all the way around the circle and you would see how much that story would change. I'm really saddened by society and by people in general right now. And I'm not a political person. I'm not too much of the politics because I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement there, and I really don't feel like they cater to the psyche of the human the way that they need to. But for once, I'm going to stand up to it because it's pretty sad who we are and how we see things, and we need to wake up. See, there's this whole debacle thing about President Trump talking about injecting um, Lysol or disinfectant, and in all honesty, like, really, seriously, President Trump did not sit up on stage and say, inject yourself with Lysol. See, people heard what they wanted to hear and then spread their rumors. See, we can't support each other. We can't even support our own government because no matter what, we're always saying and thinking something negative towards our entire economy. There is no structure within us. See, it's not our government that's the problem. It's not this virus that's the problem. It is us that is the problem because we are children, we are ignorant, and we don't see the truth of it. Listen to what he says. Go watch, it's on YouTube. He is trying to do the best that he can. I can understand this. You know, there's a lot going on. But when you're at the top of that level and you have this disease killing and you do see it, because we can't see everything, no, but it is in some areas happening because, you know, there are some negative areas that this is just spreading and killing because we're divine beings supposed to be healing ourselves. And yeah, so the people who are getting sick, those are areas where their focus is in the wrong spot. See, if you're focusing outside of you, if you're focusing on the people across the street, you're not doing the work that you're supposed to be doing. If you're focusing on the negative aspects of the government and what they're doing, then you are not focusing on what it is that you are supposed to be doing. See, you're supposed to be doing inner work right now. 2020 is the year of evolutionary change on a metaphysical level. We are supposed to be going within, delving within, and healing who we are and taking care of ourselves on a spiritual level. But do we know this? No, because it's not talked about. We're told to focus on the news media. Well, do you know fear is the one leading cause for a low immune system? And this disease is killing people with a low immune system. And it's a fear-mongering thing. See, we need to stop worrying about them. And we need to start worrying about ourselves. You know, seriously, we should support our president. You know, we should send a lot of good vibes and prayers towards them because the thing is, you don't understand how your thoughts and your prayers interact with everybody. We're all one divine connected union being, and right now we should be taking care of ourselves. We should be healing ourselves. We should be thinking about what we can do to make this, you know, planet better. Freaking grow a garden and actually become one with Mother Nature because Mother Earth is a living being that you can connect with on an energetic level, which helps you to heal the body within. But did you know that? No, because you're so focused on the news media and you're so focused on the government and what they're doing that your body's becoming fear and sick and susceptible and you're losing your mind and all this negative emotion is coming up, and then you want to go and judge and be hateful towards everybody else because you don't know how to handle it. It's a spiritual emotional change because we're going through healing. We are having to release our roots and our pain from our past so that way we move forward into a peaceful, prosperous land where we can actually be abundant, because it is very possible to be abundant. But we're so focused on the news media and we're giving them all this negative energy and we're creating this source and this fight, and we don't realize how much our actions are affecting everything else around us. It is so ignorant to sit there and poke fun at President Trump for injecting Lysol and doing all of this stuff because that's not what was said. We really, really need to stop spreading and talking about the things going on outside of us, and we need to start going within and focusing with it inside of us. Should not be worried about them. You should not be judging them. You should not be caring about what they're doing. What you should be doing is getting your house in order, getting your thoughts in order, taking care of the shit you need to take care of, you know, working through your pain. Yeah, this is a time, energetic wise, in the entire universe where energy is causing us to release negativity because it doesn't serve us. We can't hold on to it. The vibrational frequency of the earth is raising. This is a predicted thing, not talked about. And so now is a time of judgment towards ourselves. And if you are judging them, if you're looking at them, if you're thinking negatively towards them, then all you are doing is hurting yourself right in this moment. And it's chaos. So why don't you focus on you? Take care of you. Learn you. Do your habits. Stop worrying about everything outside of you. Let them deal with it. Okay, trust me, it will all unravel on its own. You can either be stuck within that hellhole, focused on it, feeding on it, watching it, doing it, or you can let go of it, focus on you, do something that's constructive for you, for your family. Go plant a garden. Literally, we need to learn how to garden. We really do, because if we could all garden our own food, we would never have to spend money on food. This world would be so abundant in so many ways, but we're so ignorant and we're so childlike and we don't grow and we're so focused on what everybody else has and does that we lost sight of ourselves, because it's too selfish to think of yourself. No, it's not. Because when you know who you are, then you know the energy that you put out, and then you realize how much the world actually works with your thoughts and how much you help create with what you think, and you take control. And you mature and you grow and you bloom. And not just that, but you feel it. You feel the growth. You feel the beauty in front of you. And then it unfolds for you. It works with you that way. So pray. Why don't we all pray for the president? Yeah, he may have his bad tendencies, trust me, but we all have our bad tendencies. They may have done things wrong in the past. We've all fucking done shit wrong in the past. Okay, but you don't understand the weight that they have to carry and have to deal with a society like us. Okay, because we can be ignorant and we can cause and wreak havoc and we can fight stupid shit, because that's what we do as humans. We are all like that, because none of us have learned how to grow our energy. They've learned how to grow and mature in our mind. We haven't been taught this. We've been denied this knowledge, and in doing so, we have had an insatiable need that cannot be filled, and in doing so, we're tearing everything apart. But when you heal within and you know who you are, you plug that hole and you feel it and you grow and you move, and the universe around you shows that same thing. And you heal. You heal beyond what you can imagine. And prayer is powerful. So what if you don't agree what he has done in the past? Right now, we should all be praying that our president sees the truth in it, and that love and compassion is something that flows. I pray every day that our government wakes up to see the fact that it's not a need, that it's showing the people that they can be strong, showing them a way to do it by giving them that inspiration, that motivation, that push. I don't once hear about what the government says. You are loved. What can we do to grow spiritually, mentality wise? See, we're not fighting each other. We're fighting our immaturity, because we haven't learned how to grow spiritually, because we haven't been taught about energy, and because we've been taught that we're limited, but we are just as a plant, and what we feed ourselves is how we grow in this reality, and how we grow affects it. And if it's not working for you, it's because you haven't learned to work for yourself, because you haven't learned unconditional love, because you haven't learned how to accept your past for what it is, and you're still angry for that pain. Yet, what you can do now is far better than what you can have ever been able to do. It is, I don't know. People just think that they're limited. Okay. I'm done. I don't want to rant anymore. I don't, because, we're creating our future. We are one. As one. We move as one. And it's time for us to just deal with us and look at ourselves and grow ourselves. And Mr. President, I really do hope that you see that you can be a great president if you would learn to heal your pain, and you would learn to see that we work so much better when we're in an energy of love, when we're in a higher frequency, and when we work with Mother Nature. Because Mother Nature is the abundance that we have. I have grown a garden within 12 days that is so prosperous that in a matter of several months, I would be able to feed this entire neighborhood with fruits and vegetables. And I know how to keep it coming and keep it going. And I wouldn't have to charge anybody. It would be free. See, we have a way of working with each other. There is a way of living a sustainable life. We just need to learn how to grow within ourselves so we can understand it. And we need to learn that we lack nothing, so we don't need anything from anybody. So when that need is gone, we can actually start to grow what we have in abundance with each other. So it starts with you. It starts with you. It starts with you. It starts with you looking in a mirror and loving all that you are, and accepting your flaws, And knowing that your flaws gave you everything that you needed. And once you stop seeing them as flaws and you start seeing them as the truth of who you are, and you start seeing them as your abilities, they amplify and grow, and you water them and they get bigger, and then you start doing things in a much more peaceful way, like a path of least resistance. So I'm sorry to ramble. It's just so much, and there's so much pain in this world, and there's so much anger in this world when there really doesn't need to be. We just need to give people space to talk and let go of that pain without judging them. Because the last thing we need is someone to judge us for what we've done in the past when we can't change it, right? So we need someone to hold space. We need someone to let us vent without judging or feeling it or taking it personal. Let's grow. Let's grow together. Let's stop fearing what we've done in the past, because we've all done some shit. We've all been there. We've all done it, right? But our past does not define our future. It's our moment now that defines our future. And if we keep seeing ourselves as our past, then we're letting our past dictate our future. So it's time for us in this moment now to change how we see ourselves, because we're not defective. We're not limited. What we need to learn is compassion. What we need to learn is love. Love thy neighbor as thyself, because thyself is thy neighbor. You are one being. So if you're hurting them, it's because you're hurting you. Well, why are you hurting you? Right? Where's that pain come from? Well, I know. It comes from a place of people who don't know what unconditional love is. So let's learn it. Let's start now. Do you know what unconditional love is? Love them despite their condition. You know what that means? Don't judge them for what they do now. You know what that means? Let them go. Detach. I'm not done ranting. I'm done ranting. Please, comment, share, because it's not going to be seen otherwise, right? Well, I don't care if it doesn't be seen anyway, because I know what it means to grow. I know what it means to come from addiction. I know what it means to come from the bottom. I know what it means to come from the conspiracy theories. I know what it means to awakening to see the truth of it all. I know that I one time did bad things too, but that's also because I was in a different state of mind. And because we grow like plants, as the plant changes and grows every single day, so does the mindset, so does the way we are. So if we're still holding them accountable for something that they did in the past, then we ourselves are not growing into what can be. So a plant doesn't grow with multiple plants. Maybe one, but plants typically have one root system. They grow by themselves. And we do too. And we need to, for a moment, stop focusing on everybody else and start focusing on what we can do to heal our pain. Because that pain, physical pain, has been manifested from inner pain. When you heal the inner pain, the physical body follows. I know, because I used to suffer with pain all the time. Now I don't suffer with pain. And in fact, when I do have pain, I can see where it comes from, the psyche, instead of the outside world. So, hey, we all have the ability to grow, right? Well, it starts with you. Simple as that. Be blessed. Because it will unfold for you. You get what you believe. So if you're not in control of your thoughts, then you're reaping that. And it's time for you to grow up. And it's time for you to take responsibility of your thoughts, because your thoughts have more power than you can ever imagine. And it does get better once you control them. It just takes time for it to unfold. So let's pray. Let's pray for the government. I pray, Lord, please let people wake up and let them see that there's a better way. And remove that weight from their heart and take that pain, because pain creates strength and growth, and now it's time for people to see the truth of their darkness so that maybe we all could prosper. It starts with you. You're that powerful.